Weeks ago, we proved your DNA still remembers being hunted. Today, we open a different file, the one deciding what scares you right now. Stick around, because by the end of this, you won't trust your own fear the same way again. That racing heart before you open a work email. The sweaty palms before a 5-minute presentation to 8 coworkers. The stomach drop when someone leaves you on read for 6 hours and you start replaying every word you sent. Nobody is chasing you. Nothing in any of those moments can actually kill you. And yet your body runs the exact same emergency protocol it would run if you just spotted a lion in the grass. Full alert, same chemicals, same speed. None of that is in your head. It's not weakness. It's not overreacting. It's biology firing exactly on schedule, just aimed at the wrong century. That's not a personality flaw. That's a 300,000-year-old system doing exactly what it was built to do, just pointed at the wrong target. Deep in your brain sits a structure called the amygdala. Think of it as a smoke detector wired directly into your body's emergency systems. It doesn't think. It doesn't reason. Its only job is to scan for danger, and, the instant it finds something, slam the alarm before your conscious mind even knows what happened. Heart rate spikes. Muscles tense. Blood floods your limbs. All of that in under half a second. Faster than a blink. Faster than you can even form the thought, am I in danger? Picture an ancestor 300,000 years ago hearing a rustle in tall grass. There's no time to reason it out. Wind or predator. The amygdala doesn't wait for the answer. It fires first and lets the rest of the brain catch up later. For 300,000 years, that speed is exactly what kept your ancestors alive. A half-second head start on a predator was the difference between passing on your genes and not. Neuroscientists have actually clocked this. The amygdala can trigger a fear response in about 100 milliseconds, before the rest of your brain has even finished figuring out what you're looking at. You're already reacting to the shape in the grass before you know if it's a snake or a stick. But here's the problem. This system has exactly one setting. Your smoke detector can't tell the difference between a house fire and burnt toast. Your amygdala has the same blind spot. It can't tell the difference between a lion and a Slack notification. A predator and a deadline trigger the identical chemical cascade. Cortisol, adrenaline, the same racing heart. It gets more specific than that. 300,000 years ago, getting cast out of your tribe wasn't an inconvenience. It was a death sentence, since survival meant staying in the group. So your brain built a second alarm, just as loud, for social rejection. That alarm never got the memo that being left on red or ignored in a group chat isn't a death sentence anymore. It just knows. Exclusion detected. Same response as being hunted. There's a third one, and you've felt this too. Losing status in front of the group, looking incompetent, getting laughed at, failing publicly, used to carry real survival weight. A weakened position in the hierarchy meant less access to food, to mates, to protection. So your brain built an alarm for that too, the one that makes your face flush and your mind go blank the second you stumble over your words in a meeting. It's not embarrassment. It's your amygdala treating a bad Zoom call like a demotion in the tribe. Your body has no separate setting for socially uncomfortable. It only has threat, and no threat. So why hasn't evolution just fixed this already? Why hasn't 2026 caught up? Because it physically can't move that fast. Modern humans have existed for roughly 300,000 years. Agriculture, the first time we didn't have to move constantly to survive, is about 10,000 years old. The Industrial Revolution, 250 years old. The Internet, 30 years old. The smartphone in your pocket, about 15. Zoom out and the math gets almost funny. Compress those 300,000 years into a single 24-hour day. Agriculture doesn't show up until the last hour of the day. The Industrial Revolution arrives with about a minute left on the clock. The Internet and the smartphone in your pocket? Those show up in the last 10 seconds. Your threat detection system had all day to calibrate for lions and rival tribes. It's had 10 seconds to calibrate for group chats. 10 seconds. That's not even enough time to read this sentence twice, and somehow we expect a system running on 100,000-year-old code to have already patched itself for smartphones. Evolution didn't fail you. It just hasn't had time to show up to this meeting yet. So let's put the pieces together. An alarm system built for lions in tribal exile, running at full speed with zero updates in 300,000 years, now pointed at inboxes and group chats. So here's the reframe, and I want you to actually sit with this one. You are not broken. You are not too anxious. You are not weak for feeling your pulse spike before hitting send on an email. You are running a perfectly functioning, extremely well-built survival system. It's just receiving an input it was never calibrated to read. Anxiety, most of the time, isn't a flaw in you. It's a timing mismatch between your hardware and your environment. Which means the goal was never to stop feeling it. The goal is to recognize it fast enough that it doesn't get to drive. The system isn't glitching. It's just still waiting for an update that evolution hasn't finished writing yet. And until it does, you're the one who gets to install the patch. You can't uninstall 300,000 years of wiring, but you can send it better signals. 1. The physiological sigh. 2 short inhales through the nose. 1 long exhale through the mouth. It's the fastest known way to manually tell your nervous system the danger is past, backed by real respiratory research, not just breathing app marketing. The double inhale reopens tiny collapsed air sacs in your lungs. The long exhale is what actually signals stand down. 30 seconds and the alarm volume drops. 2. Name it to tame it. Simply labeling what you're feeling, saying this is anxiety instead of just drowning in it, measurably lowers activity in the amygdala. It sounds too simple to work, but it does. The moment your rational brain puts a word to the feeling, it's participating instead of just reacting. Your ancient alarm quiets down just from being named. 3. Move the energy somewhere. Your body prepared physical energy for a physical threat that never came, and that energy needs an exit. A short walk, shaking out your hands, even 20 jumping jacks, gives it somewhere to go instead of circulating with nowhere to land. 4. Change your temperature, fast. Splashing cold water on your face or holding an ice pack against your cheeks for even 10 seconds triggers something called the dive reflex. It's wired into every mammal, and it forces your heart rate down almost immediately, whether your amygdala is ready to calm down or not. It's the closest thing to a manual override this system has. Pick whichever one fits the moment. All 4 work by sending your ancient alarm the same message it's actually built to listen for. Danger's past. Stand down. Here's the part that should actually worry you a little. This same ancient alarm system doesn't just decide what scares you. It's quietly rigging your decisions too. Making a loss feel almost twice as painful as an equivalent win feels good. It's the reason you'll defend a bad choice instead of admitting it. The reason you'll stay in something you should leave. That job you keep telling yourself is not that bad. That decision you're still defending 3 years later, just because walking away would mean admitting the loss. And here's the part that connects directly back to everything we just covered. That's not a character flaw either. It's the exact same 300,000-year-old alarm, just running a different program. Next time, we crack open that file.